Hey ladies, can you hear me?
I can see you and hear you.
Okay, cool. Hold on, let me get cool. So we're just waiting on Renee and Annette.
Okay.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
I've got power. Hey, Audrey. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, I was getting the energies of everything going on this week, and I was like, I really need to have a call with everybody and see if I can help with any energies we might need to clear. We'll just give it a few more minutes.
Okay.
We'll just click with Renee because I know she wanted to hop on. I'm not sure if Annette is going to
Hey,
make.
Carol.
Uh-huh.
I know, the other Carol. Hi, Carol.
Hey.
Oh, there's Renee. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Renee. Hey, Renee.
All right, ladies, how's everybody doing?
It's been a heavy couple of days.
Yes, so I thought that it would be good to have a little Q&A call, and we can see what we need to possibly clear, because, yeah.
Everything.
Pretty much everything. Let's just get that, where's that flamethrower? I went and so the funny thing was I went and saw that movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah. What did you think of it?
Oh my gosh. At first I thought it was kind of boring, and I was like, oh God, when are they going to get to the point? And then like all this stuff happened, I realized they set it up in the front, like, and I don't know if anybody else has seen it. I don't want to ruin it if people are going to go see it. But Brad Pitt looks hot. He takes off his shirt in one scene, and I'm like, oh, he's still looking good.
Cool.
But yeah, the way that they did it was really inventive. And of course, it's Quentin Tarantino, so it's going to be kind of, gory. And
Yeah.
But the way they did even that, I mean, I was just laughing my ass off. It was funny. And it was like,
Oh, it's funny?
I don't know if that was supposed to meant to be funny, but we were laughing, like just laughing.
Wow.
It kind of is the premise of if you make another choice, what would happen?
Uh-huh.
And it
Oh,
was involving like the Sharon Tate murders and all that. So it and it has Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt and
what a combination.
I know. Wow. But yeah, Brad Pitt is really cool in there. And Leonardo DiCaprio does a really good job too.
Cool.
But the thing was, like, the thing that it reminded me of with us choosing consciousness, and then all this stuff comes up. And it's like,
yeah,
what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know? So what might be up for everyone?
Old energy that just creeps in and slaps you upside the head.
Mm-hmm.
It's victim energy.
Yeah.
Feeling sorry for yourself energy.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So, and what I've been learning over the last like month or so, there's a lot of this that we'll talk about in our next class, but what I'll do is I'll just kind of do a clearing that will help with all of this, because this gets us into a crazy area of manipulation that's going on out in the world. And it's not talked about. They don't really say a whole lot about it in Access. They talk about, you know, you creating everything, but there's a lot of manipulation. How does that show up? That shows up in you feeling like, oh, you know, we might do a clearing, and then a day later you wake up and you're like back almost 10 years ago, and you're going, what the?
That was me today.
Yeah. And so what happens is, in a kind of a short nutshell, not to get to, we'll talk about it a little bit more in depth, but what I want to do in this time that we have together tonight is clear it for you. Because we're going into the weekend, and I do not like the energy that is up for me or for anybody.
Neither.
Yeah.
Does that work for everybody? Okay.
Ever since our meeting Monday night, it's just been heavy, heavy, heavy. Nothing specific.
Yeah.
Just this heaviness, and I've been Mac Daddying it, and I've been incinerating it, and I've been doing everything I can think of. And the damn thing won't go away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is what happens also. Like, we, in that meeting on Monday, we claimed things, did we not?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We claimed our badass motherfucker. We claimed that we owned our space, our business, our whatever. And when you do that, just know that stuff will come up, because there is that interference there. Now, it wants you to think that it can mess with you, but it's all synthetic bullshit. I wish I had my bullshit spray. I think I showed it. It was like bullshit, no more spray. I'm already out of it, so I'm gonna have to go to Sam's or something and get several gallons. But the main thing is that when you can expand out into the space of infinite being, like what we were talking about, why aren't we there all the time? Well, it's because of this interference. It's because of these things, these synthetic energies that come in. And the things that show up are sometimes so stupid, but they send us back into the energy of, oh my God, I don't know who I am. I don't know if I can do anything. And it sends us off into all these, you know, I would call them shiny object places, you know. Oh, maybe well, if I was doing it like this person over here, and, you know, all that other BS. No. Go back to your, and I'll go back to your infinite being. And sometimes, so we'll just ask right now. So, truth. Let's put our hands on our heart. Truth. What percentage of my being and body is true, authentic, local me? And what are we getting?
5%.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I'm not feeling a thing.
You're not feeling a thing? Okay, 0%. No, I'm just kidding. So any unconsciousness, anti-consciousness, energy fog, manipulation, Wernicke's commands, booby traps, stacks, stringers, and any other like energies across all lifetimes, past, present, future, space-time, dimension, multiverse, universe, or any space-time I haven't mentioned here, incinerate. Okay, now ask yourself the question, what percentage of my body and my being is local, authentic me?
Okay, it's climbing a little.
Okay, cool.
55%.
60
60, okay, cool.
from 50, so we're going up.
All right, cool. So this shows you, when you get down to the, like, that's when you go to the 5% or the 2% or the round that like below, let's just say below 10%, that's when you start having those crazy thoughts of like, what was I thinking to choose that business? And why would anybody think that I know what I'm talking about? You know, and all that crazy talk that we go to.
Mm-hmm.
That's another energy that you can catch. But there's another level of manipulation there. So let's do a little bit of clearing. Does anybody want to go into any specifics of what's going on, or do we just want to generally clear?
I never got any specifics. It was just a heaviness all the time. Just a heaviness. Weight.
Okay.
Weight.
Now there's one part of that, and I don't know that I've shared that before, is when that kind of stuff shows up and it just seems like it's from out of the blue and you were just feeling so great and, you know, we had claimed all this stuff like the planet is ours and all this other stuff. Oh, and I'm going to look this way because I can't see the little zoom now. My computer does this weird thing, so if I'm looking like this way, that's because my other screen is over here. You can ask, is this an attack?
What?
Is this an attack?
Really? You said that word?
Yes. And when you say it, it's almost like when you spot it, that's when it can like go away.
Okay.
You acknowledging that you know that it's there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, is this an attack? And you'll pretty much get a yes, no, whatever. If you've done the magic clearing and you're asking with your hand on your heart, like,
Wow.
is this an attack?
Gotcha.
Kind of like, I see you, motherfucker. And so the thing with these energies, let me just say this, it's like there's a lot of things that can interfere, and they don't always go into all of that either in access, but what I don't want to do is make it bigger than you, because it's not. It is so minute, and it also is so synthetic that it's not real, but it wants you to think that it's real. Crazy, but true. I'm going by my own experience, so that's why I'm sharing this. Because I have gone all the way around with all these things where it's like, I chose consciousness, I chose awareness, I've been using the tools, some of them work, some of them don't, I have my own awarenesses, blah, 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 you know, you probably walk through some of the similar walk. However, I was noticing I was still getting fucked with. And when you call it out, like, hey, is this an attack? You don't have to know by who, by what, whatever. You're just calling it out. And then it tends to like shrink away. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go through a set of clearings here. We'll go more into an in-depth discussion about what all this is, but what I want to do up front right here, right now, in this hour or so that we have, is just clear it. Is that good with everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So let's just start. What does the infinite being and infinite body know to be all the fractures and alters that are up, active, or capable of resolution here that the body and I are operating as or through? And just receive that energy. And this will be kind of a good practice of receiving energy, so you can kind of get a sense of, ooh, that doesn't feel so great, or ooh, that's, okay. Everything that prevents knowing or awareness, can we destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Incinerate. And what does the infinite being know to be everything that prevents these authentic fractures and alters from perceiving we are the same being and on the same team, or creates any separation? Incinerate.
Well,
And what
that
does
made me tingle.
What's that?
That made me tingle.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hopefully in a good place. And what does the infinite being and infinite body know to be all the personality imprinting, identity imprinting, retemplating, or disguised memory implants? And all the layers above and below that. Wow, I'm sweating. Incinerate. Rescind, revoke, recant, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate, make null and void. Incinerate.
Wow.
What are all the creation or modification points for these fractures, altars, containments, catacombs, and labyrinths? Ooh. What are all the decision points that lead to these? How many decisions were free choice? And how many were disguised manipulation?
Wow.
Receive. And just incinerate. And who does all this stuff belong to? Me? Someone else? Something else? What do you guys get?
I get someone.
I got something.
Something, yeah. Most of the time it's something or someone else. So, incinerate. And what is everything holding these fractures, containments, catacombs, and labyrinths open and active? Across all realms, fractures, universes, and timelines detected and undetectable. Incinerate. Rescind, revoke, recant, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate, make null and void. Incinerate. And what are all the entities, demonics, creatures, aliens, gods, beings, doings, and others here interwoven and intertangled into any fractures, realities? Pre-tag, pre-encapsulate, trace, track, scan, ID all. Where was I, the infinite being when they were all created, assembled, modified, gilded, sourced, other at their inception? Pre-tag and pre-encapsulate at all points, uninvert or invert to my benefit. Wow. Because sometimes these come in and it's like, everything I'm trying is like reversing back on me. What is this? That's what that is. What are all their agendas and stories they are in service to and all chains of command above and below? Pre-tag and pre-encapsulate all. And what are all their networks, hives, civilizations, realities, universes stored here? Pre-tag and pre-encapsulate all. What is everything we agreed we would do for them? And everything they agreed they would do for us? And vice versa. Rescind, revoke, recant, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate, make null and void. Incinerate. The prime creator, banish all these energies from all my universes. Do this now. Incinerate, incinerate, incinerate. Make null and void all connections. Incinerate. What are all the entities, demons, creatures, aliens, and gods here interwoven and intertangled into any fractures, realities? The prime creator, banish all these energies from all my universes. Do this now. Vanish, vanquish, vanish, vanquish, vanish, vanquish, incinerate. Make null and void with all connections. What are all the structures, constructs, adaptations, mutations, systems, walls, ceilings, floors, foundations, and all utilities and traveling systems remaining? Do you choose to destroy and uncreate it all? Just say, yes, I choose this.
Yes, I choose it.
Use this.
Okay. Rescind, revoke, recant, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate, make null and void, incinerate. And then invite all the body and being authentic, inalienable altars, fractures out in front of you to receive gifting. Everything freeze. So expand your body and being to bigger than the size of the planet, the solar system, the universe, multiverse, beyondiverse, infinite realms. What is everything these authentic fractures desire and require? Perceive. And I ask these energies to amplify themselves times a funzillion and frequency match themselves to my advantage. Gift. Provided to the authentic fractures and everything body and being desire or require. Amplify and frequency match. And receive. And then place everything that is a contribution to you into your body and your being. Through an alienable screen, it will screen out anything not desired. And I reclaim all my authentic body and being fractures. And then just bring them back into your heart through this inalienable screen. And anything not authentically desired won't pass through. And I am unplugged from all containers. Incinerate all connections and plugs. And what are all the containers, Wernicke's, commands, booby traps, programs, systems, agreements, divine, golden, and trillion-year agreements, entry and exit agreements, and all anchors and signatories across all realms, fractures, universes, and timelines, detectable and undetectable. Rescind, revoke, recant, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate, make null and void. Incinerate. And what are all the allegiances, alliances, loyalties, diplomatic relations, and all binds, double binds, triple binds, quadruple binds, binds beyond binds, to add infinitum all the auto-install, auto-reinstall, auto-backup systems, technologies, magics, and all signatories here, across all realms, fractures, universes, and timelines, detected and undetectable. I rescind, revoke, recant, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate, make null and void, incinerate. What is all the unknowable, unspeakable, unseeable, untouchable, undetectable, unconsciousness, anti-consciousness, energy fog, disinformation, and cloaking, Wernicke's, commands, and booby traps here? Vaporize, rescind, revoke, recant, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate, make null and void, incinerate. And then who, what, where, why, when am I being? Me, someone else, something else. Incinerate. And then who am I being? What am I being? Where am I being? When am I being? And why am I being? Incinerate. Wherever you decided now is not great enough to fully be here. Incinerate. And whereas everywhere you are looking for something better than right now, incinerate. And what is everything that is keeping you from being amazing and magical right now? Incinerate. How's everybody feel now?
Safer.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think we cleared the room. Hold on, I'm trying to get back to the Zoom.
I have a question,
Sure.
Carol. Since this is newer to me, I'm just, starting out with all this in the last maybe 6 months. I don't know if it's from being overloaded with a new process, but I am depleted by the afternoon that I have to nap. Is there a connection there? It's like I'm doing all these clearings, or is
It's actually manipulation.
okay. Oh, and another question.
It'll take
Do I, Carol, do the clearings work while I'm sleeping, while you're sleeping?
Yes. So you
Okay.
can put them on like with the volume or without the volume, and just the energy going, it'll help. And I'll send you a copy of something that I have that I've been listening to all day today, and it took all these.
So feeling depleted where I have to, the body saying, lay down now.
Yeah, that's really manipulation kind of taking you out. There are things where we need like sleep. Like yesterday, pretty much everybody I talked to had a 2 to 3 hour nap.
Okay. All right.
Not just the people in the class. It was like everybody, because I was like, I got together with a partner out in New Mexico, and we were on the phone for about 2 hours, and then I laid down and I go, oh, I'll just take an hour nap. Well, 3 hours later, I was up, and that's where I was like, oh, wow, that's manipulation. Like, I wouldn't normally lay down and sleep for 3 hours in the middle of the day.
So what do I do to prevent this when it just comes over me?
You can say, is this an attack?
Is this an attack?
And normally a lot of times that'll just dissipate the energies. If it
Okay.
then I'll send you some some things that you can use for that, because normally that's kind of, those were signs for me over the years, because I remember talking to a friend out in Seattle, and he was like, oh my God, I'm surprised based on your energy that you're even up awake and on this call, because you're being messed with so much that it's like, but the more aware, like, so this isn't to scare everybody for choosing consciousness or anything like that. It's just for you to get back to you, like your authentic, infinite being power, and know that all this crap is just crap. It's like shit floating in a pond. We don't really need to check it out, sniff it, do anything. We can let it float on down. Or we can just flood it out with our own little water source. But no, I mean, not a whole lot of people talk about it. This is more Jaden Fox stuff and additional people. But I'm just sharing like my awareness of it. So I'm not, again, not to scare anybody for choosing consciousness, because we're all here for a very powerful reason.
Well, I thought maybe I'm beginning to shift more. And the more I shift, then the more resistance coming at me.
Yeah, so that's almost kind of like, that's a good thing. We might define it as a bad thing, like, oh, this crap's getting kicked up. It's like, no, you're on to something.
Yeah.
You're on the edge.
So we're going to lay you out, lady.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, so now you have a set of tools, and I'll give you some additional ones. And we'll be more in depth in our next class on Monday. I just wanted to clear whatever the hell was going on, because I know that it was like up.
It was nasty.
And the kind of the energy that was there was like, I don't know how to do anything, And because I was getting that too, and I was like, wait a minute, I'm a seeker. I'm like checking into everything. I know how to do a lot of things. That can just go fuck off.
Yes.
And we we can do that from the space of, yeah, right, you know, rather than just like, oh my God, all this stuff is up, and I opened up this whole can of worms, and now the worms are everywhere. Well, you can kill the worms.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're not anything bigger than you. You are the largest thing. You are the most potent thing. They want you to believe the opposite.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like, just squash the bug and move on.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to make the bug bigger than you.
Cool.
Does anybody have any questions?
I just feel so much better.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Gee, I've had a good week.
Have you?
I'm hearing y'all, and I'm thinking, I've had a good week
Awesome.
compared to other weeks. You know,
Taking a little naps.
I thought this has been, you know,
Yeah.
unless you're fucking with me, thinking that I've had a good week.
Well, that can happen too.
Now that's really screwing with me.
Yeah. It's like I know, but it's almost like you're now becoming more aware of like synthetic joy versus real joy.
Okay.
Synthetic empowerment versus real empowerment.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where like exercising that awareness muscle and not going to your head about it. Like if I wasn't thinking about this, what awareness would I have here?
Mm-hmm.
What big question could I ask here that could change all? I didn't even have to go to that question of my power came back on. I was like, oh no, we're not doing that. I had that in my mind and it was like, boom, okay, cool. But know that you can change anything at any moment.
Mm-hmm.
Do not let anything stop you. Now, we're going to be moving more into, I've been reading all kinds of things all day today about the energies, because I'm not really into the astrology part of it, but I do believe the energy part of it, like the moons and all that other stuff with coming through.
And this retrograde, are you talking about, referring about?
The Mercury's out. So it's
yeah, the retrograde stuff has brought it all up or whatever. Yeah. Okay.
Now we're supposed to be able to kind of go into, so the retrograde always brings up stuff that we probably need to change or look at. Or
correct. Yes, yes.
Then now we're kind of moving into some Leo and other energies where it's kind of like we can just be, okay, that could be life. Life could actually be easy. I could just think of something and it will show up. How cool is that?
Okay.
That kind of energies is what we'll be in August, which will be a nice, because we've had like, I want to say 2.5 years of just like this moon and that energy and this energy and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, how many moons can we have? You know? Then I watched some program on Gaia, I think it was, and they were talking about how the moon isn't even real. But anyway.
I can't handle that.
Whoever's like the man behind the curtain,
overload.
kick his ass one day if I do find him. But anyway. Because I don't have time for this moon shit. So just know, like, you guys are now able to be aware of these things, and you can laugh at it and be like, yeah, as if, you know. Yeah. So that it doesn't have to stick you, and you don't have to be like, what the fuck, you know, why are all these energies coming up? I'm doing this class, I'm choosing, you know, all these things. No, it's just for you to create greater awareness that you don't even have to take those energies on. Mm-hmm. And then also what could be in place. And if it's in place, then, you know, just clear it and move on. It might be sometimes you have to ask a question. It might be sometimes you have to clear something. It might be that you have to choose to do something. And when you can stay as clear, eventually you won't have to do that. Like that's the one thing I got tired of, doing all the clearings. But they'll just become automatic. Mm-hmm. So that's what this class is really about, is having that muscle just be I exercise to the point that it's automatic.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of like, oh, yeah, I don't think so. All right, move on. Next. You don't have to let the heavy energies knock you out. You don't have to go sleep for half a day. You don't have to do any of that unless you really, truly want to.
Mm-hmm.
I like the name of your, is that your pad that says Supergirl? Hold on. I'm trying to unmute you. Yeah, there we go. I like your Supergirl little thing there. So anyway, so now that you think about all this craziness, what does anybody have any other questions?
Yeah.
We're just basically one big, funny experiment. Yeah. And there's things that try to like harvest our energy and do all that fun stuff. But when we can be aware of it, we're like, no, I don't think so. We can see the accident from, many feet before we get there.
Well, I have a question because Deborah brought it up. Why is the word attacked not a good word to use? When you said, is this an attack?
It is a good word because it can clear the room.
Oh, okay.
I didn't mean to bring it up as questioning the word. It's just that
well, it's not. Yeah.
I'm familiar with that energy of attack, but it's been so long.
Yeah.
And people don't talk about it. People don't talk about energy.
They don't talk about it. And that's why I wanted to talk about it, because it's kind of like we go to this expansion exercise, which felt so good on Monday, where we were like, this is, I own this,
Right.
And then it's like you wake up Tuesday morning like, I don't know how to do anything, It's like, wait a minute, hold on. So there's a difference in the energy, and you guys get that. It's like there's a difference in the energy of going, oh my God, it's an attack, to, oh, is this an attack?
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
No. Yeah, let me go get my blood. So my favorite scene in the movie, that's why I brought it up, was like Leonardo DiCaprio brings out this blowtorch and like blowtorch and all this stuff, and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna use that visual.
Yeah.
Incinerate.
When we're incinerating everything. He was an actor who had used it in this movie, and so he learned how to use one, and he just happened to have one in his shed. At home when he needed one. I was like, ooh, I got to get some of that. So, and if Brad Pitt could have been with his shirt off in that scene, that would have been fun. But anyway, feeling better, lighter? Is there any other energies up here?
Clearer.
Yeah. Clear.
Yeah, clear.
Whatever. There's just like a little bit of blah, blah, blah. So whatever, all that energy that's still up here, freeze, tie up, tie down, incinerate.
There's a good show. It's either on Amazon Prime or Netflix called The Boys. It's about superheroes gone bad. If y'all had seen it, I don't know. It's a good series, and they use their eyes to incinerate.
Ooh,
and that's been a good visual for me.
I think my dog.
They just use the eyes, bzz, like that.
I think my dog does these looks. Like, I just feel like maybe in another lifetime she did that.
And I'm using the energy with my dog, since you were using it with your dog Monday, Carol.
Yeah.
I thought, hey, I gotta use that. See if that works.
Yeah, you can put pictures in their head, and you can like send them messages, and you.
I just want them to stop.
Yeah.
That means squirrely. Yeah.
Yeah. No, my dog has definitely not been barking as much. I've been kind of like retooling it a little bit because he goes into this like mode, and he's very large and he has a very big bark. So it's nice for neighbors that I don't like that are running by, you know, if I let them bark then. But anyway, no, I pretty much like everybody, but it's kind of fun to watch them run away. They're walking a little faster, like maybe we don't need to go by that house. So anyway, that will help kind of with the energy going into the weekend because I didn't want it to be hanging for all of that.
Yeah.
So just it's just expand your awareness muscle on all this. It's not that you're looking for it, it's just that you can be aware when other frequencies and other energies come in where you're like, and when you go to that, like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing space, it's like, oh, this is what percentage am I showing up as my authentic local self?
Okay.
Usually it's like 2%, 1%, up to like 10%. Sometimes 15. 15, you start to feel a little bit more you, but so where is everybody as far as the percentage of your authentic local body and being?
I'm more up to 25.
25?
I've got more understanding, so that kind of pumped it up.
Okay.
Mine's 89.
89, awesome.
Oh, wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, 90.
90.
Jeez. Okay, I can't go into judgment here.
No, it's nothing with that. It's just, okay, so any fractures or altars that are still up with Carol? Incinerate. And any unconsciousness, anti-consciousness, energy fog, manipulation, Wernicke's commands, booby traps, stacked stingers, or any other like energies up here. Release. And then also, you might, I don't know if you've all gotten together yet, just play with the questions that I sent out, and that'll help kind of with that awareness of all of it too. Good? Good, better?
Yep, yep.
Oh my gosh, I've been yawning the whole time.
Well, that's a good thing. You're like, it's different for different people. Some people yawn, some people burp, some people Uh-oh, you're muted. Hold on. I can't hear you, Audrey, for some reason. I can see your mouth moving, but I can't hear you for some reason.
I don't even see her.
You're not on mute. Oh, hold on. That's weird. Hey, you're not on mute. Hold on. Nope, I just can't hear you. I can see your beautiful face, though. Just sign language. If you need to say something, I'm not sure what's going on because I do have you unmuted. Just you can type it in the chat. Yeah, so some people, it's different for different people. And you might be a little tired after this because bringing in your authentic energy back into that space almost sometimes is kind of like.
That's good.
It was an orgasm.
Orgasm, not a yawn.
Good. So yeah, I mean, you are naturally the energy of the orgasm. You're naturally the energy of potency. So just the fact that it's almost like somebody bringing little Barbie dolls out and going, oh, you don't know what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. It's kind of like that. And if you think about it like that, if you were a kid, you'd be like, no, I don't think so.
flap it straight away.
Get out of the way, like a little
I don't
fly
know.
flying around your head. Like, I don't think so. Yeah,
It's right against the wall.
yeah. Unless it's a little Brad Pitt doll.
Without a shirt on. Yes, we did, girl.
Anyway, anything else up for anybody they have a question about?
Mhm.
I think I put everybody to sleep.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Good. I'm glad that we could clear whatever this is.
I love my morning meditation, by the way.
Oh, cool. And just know, like, just the fact that this stuff is up this soon in the class, we are on to something.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So potent mofos.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I used to go like this, oh my God, that stuff is showing up. And now I'm like, yeah, it is. Because I'm on to something.
Oh, yeah.
I just happen to have a blowtorch in my shed.
And Brad Pitt with his shirt off.
Oh.
That would be a nice addition too.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So crazy but true. This happens. Just don't let it stop you.
No.
If you get into a real funky energy space, just reach out to either a partner or you can reach out to me. Have you guys been enjoying getting together and getting to know each other a little bit more?
Well,
Yeah.
Carol, you're my partner for the week.
Oh,
I
I'm your partner.
I haven't gotten together with Renee yet. She wasn't on Monday night, so I was giving her some time to hear it or whatever.
It was good. I emailed
With
you.
a wet noodle because you should have called her right away. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you guys will work it out whenever it works for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deborah,
I had a
I'm
good
gonna
one with
email
Deborah.
you, Renee.
I
Yeah, your
emailed you and I gave
Partner's
you
been
my
last
cell number.
Carol, because when you get two Carols together, it's
Woohoo.
Uh-oh.
uh-oh. We might just happen to have two blowtorches in the
No, I like the eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if everybody's feeling much better and good, especially yawning, that's okay. That's just moving energy. So we can move energy by yawning, laughing, farting, whatever it is for you.
Okay. Oh, so that goes with sneezing.
Sneezing could, yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Oh, just a kinda, not really? Okay.
Why, are you sneezing?
Yes, when I did that morning, meditation sneezing.
Yeah, I mean, it shows up different for everybody, I think.
Okay.
Some people have similar. I start yawning. I know yawning is kind of my thing.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
when we know we're moving energies.
Mm-hmm.
Laughing, yawning, farting.
I'm yawning now. I don't usually.
Orgasm, whatever works for you. Woo! Whoever had the tingly in their tingly parts, that could be moving energy too. So just remember to go back to having fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
I know that some of this shit, they might try to make you get really serious and think it's real, but it is just like, like somebody playing with little Ken doll and a Barbie doll. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. No, I don't think so. Let me just go get my blowtorch. We'll have some melted little dolls. So cool. Okay.
Okay. It's a good one.
Thanks.
All right. And Carol, we can arrange getting together, whatever works for you. Okie dokie. And we'll go into more of whatever all this was. I just wanted to kind of get in and clear it tonight.
Sure. Yeah. It's helpful.
Yeah. Thank you.
Much needed.
Very helpful.
All right, ladies.
All right.
Reach out if you need to. And I will see you bright and shiny on Monday.
Okay.
All right.
Night.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Good one.